Breaking right now. The brand new Prince Harry and Meghan Markle Netflix series finally has an air date, December the 10th, and the first trailer has been released. And Angela Levin.
The royal fairy tale may be unravelling faster than anyone expected. Shocking reports have emerged suggesting that Prince Harry hasn't seen his children in several months. This startling revelation has left many wondering what's really going on behind the scenes of Meghan and Harry's marriage.
Prince Harry's biographer, Queen Camilla's biographer, our royal mastermind who joins me now, Angela Levin. I'm going to make a prediction right here, right now. This show is going to be their biggest commercial disaster yet because the trailer is sleazy. It is completely out of touch where the rest of the world is at, and it shows that Harry and Meghan are living in their own little reality. Am I wrong?
No, I agree with you completely. I mean, it's ridiculous. Even in that small few seconds, really, you could see that it's wrong. The man comes up and says about polo, it's not just hitting something, it's your life. You have to live it all the time. And then there's some sort of woman who's trying to look sexy, I think, saying, oh, they're so sexy as well. And they get dirty and smelly. It's lovely. And you think, excuse me, is this all about polo as a sort of factual thing of how it operates, and look at men and say, oh my goodness, wow, aren't they lovely? And you think, well, who did the woman's one? Was it Meghan who got involved in that because she knows nothing about polo? And was that her suggestion? And it gives you a little bit of a and it's just painful. The thing is, it's gone through all their lives since they left the royal family in 2020, that they don't want to be told anything, especially not Meghan. They know it all themselves. They're the producers. What do they know about producers, really? Harry, zilch. Meghan, slightly more than zilch. It's a very stupid thing to do, just to have your name like that, which was on, I think, for just a second, quite understandably.
Yeah, but right at the start, though. Right near the start.
And then what are they doing? I mean, it is absurd, and they've got a lot of people very, very annoyed about the way that the horses have been treated, and I think they're going to take some sort of action of not being fair to them, and they don't like it one bit. So the whole thing looks a total disaster. I wonder why Netflix has done it. Is it, do you think, because this says to them, right, this is it, we've done it, we've finished now. Let's show them what we've got. Let's tell them what people are saying about it. And that's it. It's an astonishing thing, isn't it?
Are they facing insurmountable challenges? Is this the beginning of the end for the royal couple? Sources close to the family hint at growing tensions and unresolved issues. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the complexities of their relationship and uncover the truth behind these alarming claims.
I find the whole thing astonishing, Angela, because, look, I'm very anti-woke, right? But they are... Yeah, no, and I know you are too. But they are the biggest campaigners for woke, right? And equality. Yet this series absolutely reinforces everything that they claim to hate, which is the men go and play polo, make the money, and the women prance around and dresses drinking champagne. Again, I obviously see nothing wrong with that, right, as a concept, but it just shows you, I think, how corrupted Harry and Meghan's brand is.
Yes, well, I think it's I think when people try and absolutely make a brand, they've got to take it very seriously. But in this case, I think they've got trying to keep it fun as well as letting people learn how difficult it is to play polo. And to do that is just to think quickly, oh, let's get some pretty women in. But I don't think they're doing it because they're really after with the woke side. I think they're doing it because it's the first thing that came into their heads and that's what they're going to do. But it means nothing. And I think they don't step back and look and say, how are other people going to feel about this? Have we done it right for other people? And that sign that's just up there, is it unclear if Prince Harry will feature in polo? Well, I think the rumor is that he doesn't. He's not in it, but we'll have to wait and see. But the whole thing, I mean, it's a great mess, isn't it?
It's a total mess. It's a total mess because they have spent so much money on this deal to basically get a low grade Real Housewives of Polo type show, which could have been made much, much easier without paying Harry and Meghan well over $100 million. It makes no sense. And the thing is, Angela, if you look at the dislike figures online, far, far more people who are what I mean, look, there you go. Look at that. So far, far more people who are watching the trailer are saying we don't like this. Now, people might hate watch the first episode. Let's be honest, Angela, for our professional duty, we will hate watch the first episode. We will report back on it. But the problem is, to be successful as TV producers, you actually really have to get people to buy in to what you're selling.
Yes, but the thing is, again, it's all bitty. They think, what would be nice? Let's have champagne. You know, if somebody wants to watch a program on polo for 5 different times, then they want to really learn about it. You know, be interesting. It's like learning how to play football or anything like that. So you take it seriously doing that. But if you then say, well, you've got to have women who are all sexy and sort of looking at the boys and finding them all very attractive, but you're not going to have the same people watching it because both are going to be bored with the other side. So it's just ridiculously done. I mean, I've never seen anything so terrible in 15 seconds that you can imagine. I mean, it's almost taking a joke of yourself, isn't it?
Speculation is at an all-time high, with rumours swirling and headlines buzzing. After insiders revealed that Prince Harry has been noticeably absent from the Montecito home he shares with Meghan Markle, the intrigue has only deepened.
Yeah, exactly. They are making a mockery of themselves now. They are social campaigners, social justice warriors who actually are now the purveyors of the most elitist sport in the world. Now, again, Angela, I have to be very clear on this. I'm not doing down polo, right? There is, of course, space. If people are prepared to pay all of that money to be part of a sport like that and they enjoy it, absolutely fine. But it's the hypocrisy. It is the complete hypocrisy from these two who tell normal folk like us to do all of these special things when we travel so that we're not putting out carbon emissions, but then take private jets every single place they go. It's that type of hypocrisy. If Harry did not play polo, Meghan would be campaigning against polo.
Yes. Well, I mean, they're just very, very silly. They shouldn't have had, and they shouldn't have been producers. They shouldn't have had their names at the top of it because they're going to get all the rubbish thrown at them to say what a terrible thing you've done. It's just hopeless. I don't know how they can see. I mean, Meghan does listen. We've heard that. She gets people as a member of staff, but she doesn't listen to them because she thinks she knows best. This is an example of Meghan knowing best. But what a terrible example it is, because you can see it's rubbish.
Totally. Now, look, Angela, we've spoken, of course, about the growing strains in Harry and Meghan's relationship, the fact that they have spent this week apart with Harry in Canada looking very happy, Meghan claiming that she's joyful while attending the launch of her business venture, Highbrow Hippie. But Angela, you've got some new information, or at least hearing rumours about whether Harry and Meghan are going to be together at Christmas this year.
Yes. Well, I think that's it would be terrible if they're not, for their children. He hasn't seen the children for 2 months. And if he stays away floating around wherever he wants to. I mean, it's dreadful for the children. What he's planned is to host a virtual Christmas engagement for children who have lost a mother or a father. The charity is called Scottish Little Soldiers. So it is for people who have been in the army and have been killed. But what his plan is, he wants to tell them what Christmas is like for a real life prince. Are they supposed to be bored or jealous? Why would telling children who've had that terrible event happen, that seeing a prince and having a nice time at Christmas adds towards the prince, not necessarily for them? How can it compensate for the loss of a parent? I mean, it's absolutely absurd thing to do. And if it makes them jealous, that's absurd. If they're bored stiff, that's absurd. It's nothing. But Meghan will not be with him, which is very, very significant, I think. But
And
I
Angela,
feel
it's so shocking, isn't it? Because it's not like the children have lots of extended family members.
Multiple sources now claim that he's been spending extended time away from their shared residence, often seen travelling alone and attending events without Meghan by his side. Meanwhile, Meghan appears more publicly solo, attending charity events and public engagements without her husband, sparking further questions.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, the poor children, they don't have grandfathers. They don't have
Well,
one
they
grandmother.
do. They're just both banned,
Not
right?
that they see, not that
Yeah.
they see.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
don't see their cousins, they don't see their aunts, they don't see their uncles. They are not within a family framework, and it can be lovely for children to see all their family, and Christmas is a wonderful time for them to enjoy it. But if your parents are not going to be together and you're not going to see anybody else, not that they know what the real pain of that could be, I just feel immensely sorry for them, really. And that's why I feel that Harry, who's now trying to be a teacher, he shouldn't be allowed to do it,
Well,
actually.
yes. Can we talk about this, please, Angela? Because just explain to me what's going on here. So Prince Harry is almost trying to reinvent the Invictus Games, which is going to be held in Canada early next year. But as part of that, he seems to be focusing his attention very much at school children. And actually, just before you go into it, Angela, I just want to show you just this TV ad which he is using to promote the Invictus Games in Canada. Watch this.
Life-changing event. It's something that has the power to transform your life forever. From that moment forward, nothing is the same. This is the power of the Invictus Games.
Sport has the ability to heal, to change lives, and to save lives.
I am Patrick Levy. The Invictus Games changed my life. Don't miss a chance.
So, Angela, this is a big push, but you're concerned that the focus seems to be on school children.
Yes, he wants to expand it so that it's not just for adults who've had terrible, been through a terrible time and lost a leg, or they got psychological issues from being in a war zone. And he wants to make it available for children. I mean, he says his own involvement in Invictus Games, and listen to this about me, it made a profound impact on him when he was in his 20s, don't forget. But he wants to do it with young children, and so that they see how it is much younger. Now, do you think that they should see terrible wounds, people struggling to give a normal life after they've had a terrible time with the army? I mean, how possibly can you imagine that, actually? And also, I think that he shouldn't be allowed with anybody over 3. I think he's very good with little children, playing football, running around, making jokes and all that. But I think he's not an ideal to be a teacher. If you look at his early childhood, well, he was a real rebel at school. He was having drugs and cigarettes from 20, did little work. He liked childish tricks, putting a heavy book on the top of a door so it hit the teacher, shouting at William, jumping out behind a tree during a cross-country run, which William looked as if he was going to win. And William completely lost his concentration because this character, he didn't know it was Harry, said, you know, I want an autograph, I want an autograph. And obviously is nervous about who can that be. So he lost his concentration, he lost his chance of winning.
While the Sussexes haven't confirmed a split, the silence from both parties is deafening, leaving room for endless speculation. Fans are left wondering and asking on social media and in public forums, where is Harry? What does this mean for the future of the Sussexes? What do you think is really going on between Meghan and Harry? Are the divorce rumours just hype, or is this the end of the power couple era? People everywhere are buzzing with questions and speculations. Friends are debating over coffee, families are discussing it at dinner tables, and social media is flooded with opinions. Is there more to the story than meets the eye, or are we witnessing the unravelling of a modern fairy tale? Only time will tell. Drop your thoughts below, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.